This is Chuck Liddell and Sandy Putnam. We're at the library in Avalon. The date is August 13th, 2025. It's 2 o'clock, and we're eventually going to be talking about mining. But first, I feel a personal responsibility, obligation to talk about something that's really not on the topic. My brother, Liddell, was born on the island on August 14th. Tomorrow is August 14th, 1949. He would have been 76 years old tomorrow, but he committed suicide on January 21st, 1974, at the age of 24. So I feel it's my responsibility to tell everyone what a terrible thing it does to family and friends when they commit suicide. So whoever you are, there are links of where you can get suicide prevention or even calls. And so I would just suggest that you find out locally where you call, where you get the information, and put them on your inventory in case anything should happen or in case you want something to be prevented.
Since we're taping, I feel incumbent as the librarian to say you can dial 211 or I believe 866. Those are the suicide hotlines. 211 is a general social service call. 866 is specifically for suicidal ideation.
Is that around the whole United States?
That's anywhere in the country.
Good, thank you. I was hoping I could find those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to go on with the topic. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start pretty much from the beginning. We go back to 1842. Now, there was a man by the name of George Yount. That's where they get the name Yountville in Northern California. Now, he was involved with the Sutter Mill gold discovery in 1848, but he came here 6 years before. And he was roaming up in a hill, and he claimed that he found a rock, a golden rock. And he put it in his pocket. He went home. He came back a little while longer, couldn't find it. So that's the story of George Yount. Now we move ahead to 1892. Now Samuel Prentice heard that there was the last.
Yes, come and join us. The topic is Catalina mines.
Okay, so Samuel Prentice came over in 1829. Well, he originally went to the San Gabriel Mission. That's where all the convict Indians were sent around 1803. So they were pretty much all gone. But anyway, he heard that there was a final chief that was still around, the last of the chiefs of the Tonga Indians on that land. And his name was Chief Turley, Turie. So anyway, Chief Turley gave him a map of where to find the treasure. Now, this treasure was supposedly the treasure that the Tonga Indians were taking from the Spanish after they discovered them, and they put the treasure under a tree to protect it and make sure that the Spanish didn't find out about it. So, Chief Turley wrote a map specifically showing where the treasure is. Well, Samuel Prentice came over on a small boat, and of course, just our luck, or his luck, it got turned over in a wave and broke up on the beach, and the map was lost. So now Samuel Prentice had to find a way to find the gold. There's so many trees even then all around the island. So he told, just before he died, which was in 1854, he told a man by the name of Bouchet. Now, Bouchet was also interested in gold, so he told him about the treasure map and told him, hopefully you will find it. I never did, and then he died. Well, Bouchet opened up a city in Emerald Bay called Queen City. It was supposed to be a city, for the gold hunters to come. And that was from 1863 to 64. Now, he would sell deeds to the miners who wanted to find it. The reason he sold them the deeds was because he wanted them to go up and dig up the island. Well, he couldn't do it. So he thought that if he did it this way, one of them would probably find it, and then he would, divide the money or something like that. Well, it didn't work out. And so anyway, now just about the time that Bouchet was starting up Queen City, the Civil War started, and the soldiers and the troops from the Civil War came over to Catalina down at Toyon, which is now called Two Harbors, between the barracks. And they wanted everybody off the island. Well, at that time, all four were basically miners.
Sandy is shaking her head.
That's okay, I'll wait.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, you're talking, okay, I thought we were talking just about the actual bond.
Well, we are.
All in good time.
Okay, just Queen City never happened. Period.
It didn't happen. They built it. They built it between 1863 and 63.
You've seen proof of that?
I read.
Well,
Were you around in 1863?
No, but I agree.
Okay, this is going to happen.
By the way, it's Boucher.
Boucher, okay. And she also speaks French. Okay, this is
How
gonna,
many years have you two known each other? Just for context, I love that.
I've never met her.
Your interactions are so priceless. I love seeing you two. It's so funny.
Okay, okay. As a side note, Paul said that this is the best part of my life.
Mhm. I won't lie.
I love Lucy over
I won't lie.
I used to do them all by myself.
And they were wonderful, but this is even better.
So I never had any
Next
disagreements or
topic could be when did you guys first start arguing?
I'd love
How
that.
did that begin?
George Burns and Grace.
Yes.
Right?
Give me a witness.
Yeah, that was the first argument. Now, the funny part is we never argue when we leave here. It's always about the topics and in the library. So if you ever want to see us argue, come to my lectures or our lectures.
Back to the mines. Back to the mines with you.
Okay, we're getting back up here. Okay, so now we're talking. Okay, when Jeff,
Gold hunting, see, we're not talking mines, we're talking gold.
well, that's mining. Gold is mining. Okay. Anyway, the English mineral conglomerates from England came over during the years 1888 when Chateau purchased the island. Now, he had more interest in buying property on the mainland than he did in building up Catalina. Basically, the only thing he built was the hotel, the big hotel that Chateau built. Okay, good. See, she helps me. Okay, she's older than I am, but I'm going senile. So anyway, the Mexico Hotel is about the only thing he really built here now. The English mineral conglomerate.
Yep.
The English mineral conglomerate came over and said we would like to have all the minerals and all the gold and everything you have on the island. In exchange, we will pay off your debt to the Lick estate. Now, the Lick had the island before Chateau did. And so they were now paying off the Lick estate. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the Bannings did in order to get the island from Chateau. That will be in the next lecture. So we have the Blackjack mine. We've had lead and zinc.
Where exactly was the Blackjack
It
mine?
was up at the top of Mount Blackjack.
Okay.
And then they
Yeah, you're right, I'm sober.
And how would you get there, say, from Avalon?
well, there were actually, then there was Jack White, they had a ranch up there later. But there was a mine, it was the most successful one. And it's the longest lasting, and it was 3 miles straight up.
Yeah, this is Blackjack.
Yeah, Blackjack.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
mine the different minerals and send
Yeah.
them down. They had like a sky thing.
Well, they had a big bucket that was counterbalanced.
Uh-huh.
So one went up, you fill it up,
And then they get it down to white, and then they load it onto boats and take it. And at some point, in that period, it was noted that most of that they found, it was the principal mine here, but in copper also. And so this was, back in, around the turn of the century, that almost all the lead, silver, and zinc in LA County came from Blackjack.
How
By
interesting.
the way, they called it blackjack because of the way it looked because of the minerals. It looked like what they called blackjack. That's where it got
Yeah. When I posted the promotion for this on Facebook, I found a picture of Blackjack Mine, the entrance. And
That was the Blake picture.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where you find it, but
That was just from Islapedia, which, by the way, is a really good resource. That's the sort of Catalina Wikipedia. You can see a lot of stuff. If you find yourself looking for names of people and things like that, Islapedia has all sorts of records about all kinds of things.
blackjack went from 1923 to 1927. And then you have the Red Mine that went from 1925 to 1927 that also had silver and zinc and closed in 1977. So you can't get in, but it's still there. So anyway, that's
Okay.
now you're going to go point by point.
No, I'm gonna be saying that in 18, there were a lot of claims here for gold, looking for gold through the in 1864, there was the old San Pedro Mining Company that they sold shares. They had Little Harbor Copper and Silver Company. And so that was from 1854. And Blackjack actually operated a lot sooner, and that was one of the problems that the Bannings had after World War I. They were
Come.
in possession of all that. They were able to. They lost money after that, after World War I, they were selling zinc during, the war material. So that's.
So it was a really active mine. It wasn't, sort of a silly old mine that really didn't, just to get people to Catalina and say there's mine.
And it operated the longest, it's very much the largest.
Why did mining end here?
It wasn't profitable. They did find it's not profitable with other places.
I heard that one, but I heard another idea too. After World War I in the 1920s, there was talk of a possible another World War. And with the copper and the zinc and everything that they were shipping to Europe, they didn't know if that was going to be used by the good guys or the bad guys. If they hadn't, they really haven't broken it up into the different camps. So they said, we don't want to send copper to Europe. We're going to a country that's going to shoot our young men during the war. So I say that both of them are probably
All right. Okay, thank you.
There was a lot of lying going on, but it just wasn't also the quarry.
I was going to ask about the quarries, actually, though that may be a topic for another lecture.
There's the marble quarry, just about a mile, little more than a mile inland
Yeah,
by Empire Landing.
yeah.
That most of the marble in downtown is dark
Yeah.
marble.
Yeah, Catalina marble is world famous.
Yeah, and most of the buildings in downtown LA had that before they started shipping white marble from Mexico.
Great. We can talk about that on another occasion, I think.
And we also have the story down this way.
Yeah,
Well, that's a rock. I mean, there's all sorts of things.
yeah.
I mean, there's like you can see at the airport, there's garnet, a large garnet, gold, and there's a lot of other things. They just, we have asbestos, the good kind, but that still doesn't count because it's not that good. It's just better than, better
Excellent.
than other kinds.
Great.
There's a lot of stuff here.
Yep.
Just not at this point, not at a profitable level.
Very good. All right.
So I think we're done.
Thank you, guys.